This episode is airing the day after my birthday. What up? And I'm not really one of those big, look at me, it's my birthday people type of person because I've always had a summer birthday. I mean, always had a summer birthday. Of course, you're never going to have a different birthday unless you change your birthday, which would be kind of fun and very Alice in Wonderland-y. But because we can't change our birthdays and we have to accept the cards that we're dealt with, having a summer birthday, I was always kind of like, well, I have a summer birthday. Everyone's out of town. Everybody's going to forget about it. Let me never do a big thing. So I never really have made a big deal about it, despite people thinking I might be that type because I'm loud and crazy with crazy hair and a big personality and I'm a Leo. But no, that's not really me. I use birthday time as more of a reflection time. So today I am reading a letter to y'all that I wrote to my younger self, and I'm encouraging all of us to write our own dear younger self letters, whether your birthday's coming up or your unbirthday's coming up, which if it's 364 days of the year, your unbirthday should very well be coming up. So stay tuned, y'all.
Hey y'all, I'm Brooke Hoover, a Louisiana native, actor, writer, and comedian. I've lost 100 pounds through diet and exercise, or shall I say, lifestyle changes. My 20-year and counting health journey has taught me that just like taking a diet pill for weight loss, body positivity doesn't magically happen overnight. I'm working on regaining my self-esteem and rekindling my love affair with Cajun and Southern comfort food in a healthier way, all the while juggling eating as clean as I can, reestablishing myself in the entertainment industry, which, as we know, is historically fat-phobic, all the while showing my inner fat girl some love. That's fat with a PH. Pretty hot and tempting. Let me tell y'all a tale or two.
Okay, y'all. So there's this whole thing of work smarter, not harder. Or like somebody else, I forget who said it because, yeah, it's important who said it, but what's important was what was said. They said to Tyler Perry it out. I'm like, what does all this mean? And it basically means when you create something, to try to think of different ways in which to use it, to package it, to recreate it. So you are not getting so exhausted as a person, as a creative person, as a performer, if you will. So a dear friend of mine, she is in a theater dance troupe company. That's a better word. And this company, they are called Your Faithful Reader because they are essentially your faithful reader. Basically, what they do is they get writers to write something, or you don't have to be a professional writer. You could be a podcaster, actor, comedian like me, or you could be someone who just wants to tell a tale and you submit and you're given certain writing prompts. What they then do is interpret your words into dance, into movement. And that's actually what I did for theater training myself. We were always, given texts and like Chekhov, and then we had to do like a dance movement piece about it. So I'm used to doing it from the movement standpoint. I haven't ever done it where I'm on the other side, where I'm actually the writer, the vessel, if you will, from which they then change it up and adapt it and interpret it. So at this point, when I'm recording this, I have just submitted this letter. I don't yet know if it is submitted or accepted or not. I know that it's submitted. I don't know if it's yet accepted. If it is accepted, I will be sharing information with y'all to hopefully, if you're in the New York area, Brooklyn specifically, to come see it in action. I believe it would happen in September of 2024. I will keep y'all posted. But here is the version that I wrote, the handwritten version, if you will, the hand typed version of a letter to my younger self. Dear younger self. Okay, so I'm going to try hard not to make this one of those advice letters or commitment type speeches. Just because I'm technically older than you doesn't mean I know shit. Sorry, younger self. Can I call you YS? Why, yes, I may. Why, yes. I'm going to try my darndest not to cuss around you, although you already know all those bad words anyways. So for real, YS, I'm not here to give advice because I'm not an expert. And no, we don't end up becoming an expert Suprema ballerina veterinarian who saves the world like you were hoping for. Spoiler alert. I just want to get some stuff out and I think you can help me. More like, younger self, I am begging you to help me. No pressure. I'm also not going to tell you how to love yourself, how to be happy, or the meaning of life, or why Dirty Dancing took place in 1963, but almost all of the songs were 80s styles. You'll still be trying to figure this out when you're 43 or 103. But here are some things I do know that may not really help you right now while you're 7 or 8, but it may help you on the road to becoming 43 when you're in the middle of a little existential crisis where even CBD oil Xanax or Full House reruns on repeat won't save you. But younger self, why, yes, maybe you can help save me. So, can I tell you, and by you, I also mean me, some things that you'll notice along the way that may not even be helpful right now in this very moment, but that you may need to hear throughout your life. So print out this letter, rip off those little perforated margins with the holes on them on either side. Printer paper will evolve, by the way. Spoiler alert. Laminate that paper and save it for later. Here's the thing. You're going to be applauded for winning awards, such as Best Artist for that picket fence with tulips you draw on aluminum foil with permanent markers. That's great. It's pretty. But you're not always going to win awards. When you're 14, you're going to fail miserably at pottery at the pottery wheel. When you're 16, you're going to cut yourself while carving a block to do those like kind of block prints. When you're 40 something, the book that you write and illustrate will get turned down by publishers and agents again and again. And yet some of them will actually write you back with some feedback saying, we love the illustrations. And remember that why, yes, is the award you need to hang on to in real life. It won't be an award that you can put up somewhere, but put it up somewhere in your mental state. Awards won't always be the bells and whistles they seem to be in grade school right now. So give yourself a break, please. Give yourself a break right now. It will help with the zits in a couple of years. And also remember this, the zits won't last forever. But the marks where you pick them, they might. Oh, shit, crap. Rats. That was a little preachy. Sorry. Oh, but don't apologize for apologizing. Why, yes, don't over apologize. Here's the thing, why, yes. You probably already know and will also most surely learn. Some kids are always going to be the best at everything. Maybe they're not even really the best, but they're just the favorite. That shit, stuff, will exist forever. Get used to it now, girl. Adults will make it like you have to stress over the academics at school. But that's not where you'll really have to put your attention when you get older, unless you become like a mathematician. And spoiler alert, you won't become a mathematician. Get entrepreneurial with that lemonade stand because believe me, lemonade stand owners will one day be more successful than people who go to work 9 to 5 jobs in suits. And note, successful doesn't necessarily mean richer money-wise. This is a hard concept to grasp right now as you're growing up in the 80s in a very material world, but trust me on this, younger self. You could be living your dream of having a lemonade stand, creating your own hours and exotic flavors, making people happy and not working for the man. It is possible. And on that note about working for the man, quote unquote, question authority, please. Teachers are not God. I know that's really hard to conceptualize right now, but I repeat that why, yes, teachers are not God. They carry their own baggage, which is just a fancy word for bullshit. Sorry, YS. I mean, bull crap, bull duty. But for that matter, and you'll learn this much later, so why not start learning now so you don't have to unlearn it and waste all your energy unlearning stuff. Your parents aren't God either. And I don't mean disrespect them, like you can get by disrespecting them. I just mean give them a little bit of a break. They're going to mess stuff up. They're going to mess stuff up. Don't carry that with you. Try not to. I mean, set boundaries, which is another fancy word for like, don't let people's bull crap, fuck, screw with you, but also give them grace. Believe me, why, yes. There's going to be so many more expressions you will learn along the way to add to that repertoire of rad, cut it out, or talk to the hand. Most of adulthood is unlearning all the negative stuff. Most of adulthood is unlearning all the negative stuff you've learned growing up. So, yes, why, yes. Let's start early so our adulthood could actually be spent doing fun things like going to Tivoli in Copenhagen. Don't break that glass piggy bank for just a snowball. You're going to want to save those pennies. Seriously, saving pennies does actually add up. Sorry, I didn't mean to get preachy. Oh, just stop apologizing. Yo, why, yes, stop apologizing. It is a waste of energy to apologize unnecessarily. That's another little lesson we're going to learn along the way. Bullies will make fun of you for being chubby and frizzy haired, but they'll be the peeps who are balding in unhappy relationships and working jobs that make a lot of money, perhaps, but suck their souls 30 years from now. That actually won't make you feel any better now or even when you're 43, but maybe it will take some of the sting off so you can return back to school and not have to stay home pretending to have tonsillitis again. You can't always run from those bullies, and mama is on to you. But mama doesn't mind letting you play hooky because she agrees that this system of hierarchy, the school caste system of the beauties, the beasts, the bullies, and the weirdos like you, like me, is really fucked, screwed up. And mama is just trying to climb out of this system too that continues into real life. So please give her a break as well. So, going back to awards, they really should be giving awards to the kids who didn't lose their shit, their stuff, to the kids who didn't lose their stuff for being bullied and eating a soggy PB&J alone in a locker room because the lunchroom is just too triggering. Again, this is another word you're going to learn along the way, another little expression that you're going to learn along the way. Because yo, YS, that's what's really going to happen in real life when you're quote unquote adulting. Another phrase that'll pop up for you in about like 30 years or so. Learn it now if you want. You'll still think it's a dumb term when you're 43 too. Adulting, sorry. Surviving despite getting knocked down and then back up again is much more award worthy, is much more of a meter of success than getting all A's. Or maybe equally as award worthy as your drawing of tulips and flowers on aluminum foil, which, believe me, why, yes, save it if you can now. Mama will accidentally throw it away and you will wish that she had saved it. Okay, here. I have another little piece of advice. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to give you all this advice, but here it is. 1 year, ask Santa if he can turn you into Teflon between like the ages of like 11 to 15, give or take. For that matter, you're going to hear some tales about Santa not existing. But I want to tell you something. Always believe in the spirit of Christmas. You're going to hate it for decades soon enough, and then you're going to have to slowly relearn a way to tolerate it and then embrace it again. So please, younger self, why, yes, believe in Santa for as long as you like. I really didn't mean for this letter to be preachy or commencement speechy or borderline depressing. But I think it was kind of a combination of all of the above. They say, write the book that you need to read. So maybe I, at the age of 40 something, am writing the letter that I need to read to me as you. Why, yes. I guess what I'm saying, why, yes, is I just really want to know, did I do right by you? Are you proud of me? Do you want to kick my ass into gear? Am I good enough for you? I hope so. I really, really hope so. Hey, at least I do know this. You always will stay a weirdo. You will stay in love with being in, like, the little cozy comforts of your closet like you're doing right now. Like Momo has recommended that you stay in your closet and sleep in it because it's comforting, because you're scared of the house. When you are 43 years old, you are also going to be chilling out in a dark, cozy closet. And it's going to be your way to connect with the world in a way. Spoiler alert. Thanks for reading. Love, me. P.S. Also, please stay in touch with your pen pal in Estonia. And P.P.S. Enjoy Saturday Night Live while you can. It's not going to be this good forever.
Thanks so much for listening, y'all. It is my hope to inspire, uplift, and entertain you with this Who's Dat Fat Girl podcast. So, if you're hungry for more, you can book me to speak or perform my solo show that inspired this podcast, Fat Girl Costumes, written by yours truly and directed by Brian Lady at your virtual or in-person event. Please visit brookehoover.com/fluffybuttproductions or email me at contactbrookhoover@gmail.com for more info. And let's follow each other on Instagram. I'm at Brooke Hoover, and the O's in my name are not the letter O, they're zeros. Not because I want to be a size 0, but because I guess I'm just so clever with my late 90s Yahoo self. And if you like this podcast, which I really hope you do, please give me a 5-star rating and write a review on Apple Podcasts. And most importantly, share this with your friends, family, and other people you may know who are as fat as we are. That's fat with a PH.